Hello and a very warm welcome. Thanks for tuning in to News 9 Live. The wrestlers' protest, that's what we're going to be focusing on over the next couple of minutes. We had a spell of rain, but the stir, it seems, is going strong. Wrestling Federation of India chief Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh has alleged that forces involved in the Tukde Tukde gang have hatched a conspiracy against him, adding that the rebel wrestlers were being funded just like Shaheen Bagh protesters. Brij Bhushan also alleged that protest was expanding like Shaheen Bagh as they want to divide Uttar Pradesh and Haryana. Earlier, Singh had also claimed that a billionaire industrialist is orchestrating the wrestlers' protest against him, but his life would be in danger if he publicly names the industrialist. Renowned Indian wrestlers, including Bajrang Punia, Vinesh Phogat, and Sakshi Malik, have been sitting on a dharna in New Delhi's Jantar Mantar since the 23rd of April. Meanwhile, the Delhi police has also registered an FIR in connection to the case. Expanding this discussion, joining me on the broadcast is Harpal Singh Bedi, senior sports journalist. Gautam Mukherjee is going to be joining us with us as well. Tehseen Poonewala is also going to be with us. But before that, let's take a look at some reactions coming in.
देखिए, आज जितने आप कह सकते हैं जैसे टुकड़े टुकड़े गैंग या जो ताकतें शाहीन बाग में सक्रिय थीं, जो ताकतें किसान आंदोलन में सक्रिय थीं, जो हमेशा समय समय पर मोदी जी पर हमला किया करते हैं, पार्टी पर हमला किया करते हैं, आज वही सारी ताकतें दिखाई पड़ रही हैं। और मैं शुरू से इस बात को लेकर के चल रहा था कि मेरा इस्तीफा इनका मकसद नहीं है, मैं तो एक बहाना हूं, इनका निशाना और कोई है, पार्टी है। इनकी डिमांड पर FIR दर्ज हो गई, उसके बाद भी ये घर नहीं जा रहे हैं और सारे राजनीतिक दलों को आमंत्रित कर रहे हैं। जिस तरीके से प्रियंका जी पहुंची, जिस तरीके से आज उनके पति पहुंचे, जिस तरीके से अपना मलिक साहब पहुंचे, जिस तरीके से केजरीवाल पहुंचे, जिस तरीके से लोग इकट्ठा हो रहे हैं और जिस तरीके से गाली गलौज की भाषा का प्रयोग किया जा रहा है, मोदी जी को गाड़ देंगे, जिंदा गाड़ देंगे, निचोड़ देंगे। योगी जी के बारे में एक जो स्वयं अपराधी है, सजा याफ्ता है, बिहार का गुंडा है, वो खुद आकर के जो है योगी जी का मजाक उड़ा रहा है, हंस रहा है। तो इससे क्या मतलब निकलते हैं? खिलाड़ियों का आंदोलन है? ये खिलाड़ियों का आंदोलन नहीं है।
Well, Tehseen Poonewala with us on the broadcast. Tehseen, you heard Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh's counter over there. And we as a country have politicized so many trivial things as well. We politicized the most silliest of things. How could we not politicize something like the wrestlers' protest? I mean, the amount of medals they bring for the country, the industry, the size of the industry as well. How could we not politicize this? But the statements that are now coming out, I mean, in my limited opinion, are quite appalling. I don't know how the multitude is now reacting to this. What's your take on this, Tehseen?
Kabir, thank you so much for having me on the show. And it's very simple. For 3 months, these wrestlers were on the ground. They were sitting in protest. They didn't allow anyone to join their protest. It was only after 3 months when the government did not pay heed to what their demand was. They approached Kapil Sibal and G and Insaf Ki Sipai, and Kapil Sibal ji then moved the Honorable Supreme Court when all avenues had failed, and the Honorable Supreme Court was promised that an FIR would be filed. That's point number one. Point number two, this is a matter going on since 2016. So according to the president of the WFI and the Honorable Member of Parliament from BJP, he was sitting in the middle of the room in between all these women athletes. They were facing harassment since 2016, only because in 2023 they wanted to defame him. Is there any logic to it? And Ms. Phogat, who you are now showing on your screen, she has spoken about this. The Honorable Prime Minister told her that she is like his family. They have reached out to the PMO. Isn't it the duty of the PMO to now act? What is the Honorable MP saying? He's saying he will step down if the Honorable Prime Minister asks him to step down. Nobody's brought in the Prime Minister. He's brought in the Prime Minister. So is it that the Prime Minister is asking the Honorable MP, who's been accused of very serious charges and a POCSO charge, not to step down? So what sort of a logic is going on?
Absolutely. And at the same time, it seems like you've got the Wrestling Federation's chief here who's trying to hide behind the Prime Minister or, Yogi Adityanath and saying that this is nothing but bids to, bifurcate Uttar Pradesh and Haryana, darar lane ke liye in dono rajyon ke beech mein. But at the same time, when we're politicizing this particular entire wrestlers' protest, Tehseen, the Congress, we've got some high-profile names coming in and coming in support. The Aam Aadmi Party, you've got various other leaders as well. The political mileage that the opposition is now trying to gain out of this, that's also not helping, is it?
No, it's absolutely helping. Please, Kabir, let's get one thing very clear. This is not a dictatorship. This is not a one-party rule. We are a multi-party, vibrant democracy in Amrit Kal, not in Amrit Kyal. We are the mother of all democracy, not the slaughterer of democracy. And in the mother of democracy in Amrit Kal, you have opposition parties. What is opposition party supposed to do? For 3 months, these wrestlers, our medal winners, those who have made us proud, did not allow a single politician to come on stage. Did not allow a single politician. They didn't even allow my friend Vijendra Singh, who is an Olympic medal winner, to come because he's associated with a political party. After 3 months, when justice is not served, desperately they came to Kapil Sibalji saying, look, we don't know. We've gone to the NCW, we've gone to the police, we've gone everywhere, we've got no justice. We have to So Kapil Sibalji then had to go to Supreme Court. After 3 months, political parties, opposition are raising their voice. Kabir, tell us. I oppose this government. Should we all shut our voice? Because, we cannot speak against the BJP? If something is wrong, Kabir, let me ask you, did any opposition party evoke the Prime Minister? The WFI president and the BJP MP evoked the Prime Minister. Has anyone, is it not principles of natural justice that you cannot be a judge in your own case? Why is he continuing as WFI president when an investigation is going on and the accusation is on him from 2016? Weren't these accusations told to everybody? A committee has been formed headed by Mary Com. Who appointed Mary Com as a member of parliament, the BJP, to investigate a BJP MP? Has a report been given to Kabir, who's a well-respected member of the media? Shouldn't media should know what is happening? Shouldn't that report be made public? Or are we now a secretive democracy where the report will not be made public? Kabir, can you tell me another democracy where this can happen? What is this business of opposition party leaders? Why have they come? Shut down opposition, put them in jail, don't have an opposition, have a one-party rule like North Korea. Let's do it. What is this rubbish argument going on? I'm again asking you, Kabir, did anyone evoke Prime Minister, evoke BJP? The BJP MP is doing it.
Right. And as soon as the words Tukde Tukde and Shaheen Bagh now come into the fray here, and there seems to be like a proper playbook. People aren't, that naive. People know the exact communal textbook and playbook that will be played out here as well.
Grateful for that. Glad he didn't bring in Pakistan. Next, he would have said Pakistan has sponsored this. I mean, look, these are allegations, I repeat, since 2016. These are serious allegations given in writing. These girls went to every single forum. When at no forum, including NCW and Delhi police, they got justice. They came to Insaf Ke Sipai and Kapil Sibalji, moved Supreme Court, and an FIR was registered. Now, I'm just asking very limited question for your viewers. Can a BJP MP continue to be the president of WFI when a BJP MP is investigating the matter? Is it possible? That's not right. Should he be in a position of power while an investigation is happening? Should he not, for moral position, step down till a free and fair investigation is done? 3, Shaheen Bagh, Tukde Tukde gang, Khan Market gang, everything. As all of this activated since 2016 to harass him in 2020 and create a divide between Haryana and Uttar Pradesh, what is going on? Why can't you just answer the serious questions that are being raised against you and get to the solution on that? And if the Prime Minister, Honorable Prime Minister, has asked the MP not to resign as WFI President, I think that asks a lot of question of the PMO. Shouldn't the PMO then step in and clarify its position?
But certainly some pertinent questions being raised there by Tehseen. Also with us on the broadcast, Harpal Singh Bedi, senior sports journalist. One of those pertinent questions, Bedi sir, is that why is he still, holding that office? Why hasn't he stepped down yet? What's the word on the ground when the sporting industry, the athletes, what are they feeling like? What are they thinking at this point in time? Every day it's a counter allegation, counter allegation. You've got Tukde Tukde gang and now this protest being compared to the Shaheen Bagh camp protest.
Let me tell you, as a sports journalist, I have nothing to do with politics. I can tell you this agitation started on a high note and it has gone wayward. Because the politicians have been infiltrated into it. This had some high moral ground in the beginning, in January. Now, whatever Mr. Tehseen Punewala said, this Amrit Kal, and I am not getting into it, whether it is. But here on this platform, there has been slogan, Modi teri kabar banengi, or all sorts of things, which have nothing to do. And I am told my colleagues who are covering sports and who are covering this thing, that even the wrestlers now are very restless. What has happened? The thing has gone out of their control and it is taken over by the politicians. Now the question is neither they cannot go back or neither they can continue. How long they will continue? And remember this, whatever you may say, this agitation, I am one of the supporters of this agitation, but now they have lost steam. There is not a big sport coming. And remember this, they are the wrestlers. And wrestlers from particular district of a particular state. Not everybody is coming in their favor. All the what happened to other wrestlers all over the country. It is not that only this particular district plays, they are the only wrestlers in India. There are other things. And once the moment you start, and now again, let me tell you one thing very interesting. All these things, the show off that they are practicing on Jantar Mantar and everything. And you see, these people are not prepared to take part in the nationals. They say that they should be trained only Uzbekistan, Kazakhstan, or foreign, and straight away given entry into Asian Games or nation. They have not taken part. It is a very interesting thing to take because public doesn't know anything. And it is very good optics that look here, how the wrestlers are missing the practice. They don't indulge in the practice. All this, they after winning a medal or after taking a international competition, these international athletes or these wrestlers have not taken part in any competition because they demand. It is not so simple, my friend, as it should. The way what the says, it is exploitation might be there. And Supreme Court, that matter has gone to Supreme.
Bedi sir, if you could tell the viewers what are particular competitions that these wrestlers are missing right now. We know that the Olympics is right around the corner in 2024, but more sooner than that, what are some of the competitions that we've already missed and we're bound to miss?
See what there are not only this is one aspect of the allegation. Yes, they might be there, and anybody molestation or rape are very, very serious cases. And nobody should be spared. No shortage. I believe in that rapists should be hanged. This is my belief because I have my daughter, I have my mother, I have my sister, I have my wife. So I do not believe in this thing that they should, if there is a proof, hang him. But the question is, you are not totally, the whole thing has become political. All the political parties have joined and these athletes don't know how to control them. In January, they were able to, they stopped everybody, that nobody will come. And it continued. Now they united and Sidhu is there, who himself came out from jail. How can he talk about Brij Bhushan? He was also accused in murder charge. And other players have come in. Priyanka Gandhi, now suddenly she wants justice for them. She cannot go to West Bengal where the people have been raped and everything. So it is very easy. It gives you good optics. And they do not know, it is not simply, these athletes have more, they have other thing to, they have other points in the sense they want not only that they should be given direct entries everywhere. There should be no trials. What Brij Bhushan Singh did was that whatever good or bad, I'm not supporting him. He should resign, he should be arrested, whatever. But he's the other from UP, from Rajasthan, from Maharashtra. And this was a challenge to a particular dominating group. It is, if you think it is so simple, as they come and they say because they are being exploited, you are mistaken, my friend. There is a wheel within wheels, and Mr. Shaheen Bagh doesn't know anything. He just says come and condemn everybody. The Kapil Sibal has come. How many times Kapil Sibal will fight a case for other rape girls?
Well, all right. Mr. Bedi, point taken. Let's not raise fingers at other panelists over here as well. We're all trying to get to understand what the situation actually is. Gautam Mukherjee, senior journalist, with us also here on the broadcast. Gautam, what Mr. Bedi here is talking about, and he's got a pertinent point in the likelihood of Navjot Singh Sidhu, who's just come out of jail. I mean, great optics for him, isn't it? Great works for his Sherry on the top Twitter handle that he's sitting with these wrestlers over here. You've got Priyanka Gandhi over there. You've got various other opposition leaders, and we need these opposition leaders as well. Tehseen earlier in the show said that just because we've got a majority ruling the ruling the nation at this point in time doesn't mean that the opposition completely stays mum and shut. Doesn't really open their voice their concerns about what's going on. But coming down to this protesters, this wrestlers' protest, do you think it has digressed? It has become more political than it should be? Well, Gautam, can you hear us?
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, Gautam. Did you get my question?
Yes, I got your question. Now, point is an opposition versus the government shooting match. Now, in this, to expect any kind of clarity on the actual issue is, unlikely. Because, when they set up a committee headed by Mary Com, the wrestlers said nothing. So we want to go. When the FIR was lodged against Brij Bhushan, they said, no, we want an arrest. There is a lot being said about the Huda family wanting to take over the WFI. And Brij Bhushan is saying this is financed, chemical forces, and they're trying to turn this into a Shaheen Bagh. So you're not going to get any truth of them. It is now far too politicized for to instead.
Well, it seems like we're having technical difficulties with Gautam Mukherjee over there. Let's quickly cycle back to Tehseen Poonawala, who continues to be with us on the broadcast. Now, Tehseen, looking at the days to come, I agree with you on the fact that, the wrestlers were, they were cautioned enough to not call upon any, politicians right at the beginning. And now it seems like they do need this particular help as well. But the question that I took to Gautam as well, do you think it has become now more political than it should be? We need, the functions of politics to help our wrestlers out. But when we're looking at the future, the road ahead for these wrestlers, it can't be a prolonged series of protests at Jantar Mantar. We must arrive at some point as well. And I'm afraid that this is going to turn into a pure Congress versus BJP battle, and the actual aspirations and demands of these athletes and wrestlers, and the person who should be, if proven guilty, should be behind bars, action against them would not be possible. Do you think that's the case? Or that's where this is leading to now?
Thank you. You've raised lots of questions. So let's go each of them step by step.
Sure.
Point number one. This didn't have to become political. I absolutely agree with you. 3 months they said. Who was supposed to take action? Were you supposed to take action, Kabir? Was Tehseen supposed to take action? Was Congress, Priyanka Gandhi, Navjot Singh Sidhu, or anyone supposed to take action? Or the present government was supposed to take action? How ethical is it to have a BJP-appointed MP investigate a BJP MP against whom charges are made? And if they did investigate and that report is there, why isn't that report given to Kabir, a fair and neutral journalist? Shouldn't reports be kept secret? Kabir, as a journalist, shouldn't you be supporting our girls? You do, right? So why isn't that report, even if it's innocent, put the report out to Kabir so Kabir can ask tough questions? Did the Congress hide it? Did Priyanka Gandhi Vadra hide it? Did Navjot Singh Sidhu hide it? What nonsense do people talk on national television? Let's come to the second point. This issue has now become a Congress versus BJP issue. I repeat, it shouldn't become a Congress versus BJP issue, but the matter is in the Honorable Supreme Court. Kapil Sibal took it there. But before going to the Supreme Court, before Insaf Ke Sipahi, led by Kapil Sibal, went to the Supreme Court, they went to the NCW. Why didn't they give the girls justice? They went to the Delhi police. Why didn't they register an FIR? They went to every single forum, including the WFI. Why wasn't justice given to the girls? Why did they take the Supreme Court to give justice? That's my second question. Third question. An FIR against and the POSCO Act has been registered against a member of parliament. Are you saying that this is the Hudda's doing, that the Honorable Supreme Court acts upon Hudda's to register a POSCO case? And Tushar Mehta, who represents the government of India, said we will put a POSCO case on the MP because Dipinder Hudda wants to take over the federation. So Dipinder Hudda wanted to take over the federation in 2023, had allegations being made since 2016. Is this what it is? So expose Dipinder Hudda. Kabir will give them a platform. Why aren't they doing that? Point number 4. There were slogans against the Honorable Prime Minister, particularly Modi ji teri kabar khudegi. These slogans were made by supporters of Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh. That is why the Delhi police arrested nobody. It was done to tarnish the image of this protest. I am telling you, in Shaheen Bagh, didn't a girl go in a burqa trying to infiltrate it in the farmers' protest? This is a toolkit of the present government to make a fool kit out of people. Deep Sidhu, who was his photograph shoot, and he went to Red Fort and he put up the Khalistan flag over the Indian flag. Deep Sidhu's photos were BJP MP and with the Honorable Home Minister. Why was this photo not with any Congress person or opposition person? That girl in Shaheen Bagh who went in a burqa. Whose supporter was she? BJP's. Why do they infiltrate all these protests? Last point, since a personal question was raised on Kapil Sibal by the sports journalist who seemed very political. Insaf Ke Sipahi, led by Kapil Sibal, is fighting this. It's a pro bono case. And 40% of the cases Kapil Sibal fights is pro bono for the weakest and the poorest. Don't come on national television and talk rubbish and defamatory statements because you don't know facts. You must have respect for people who fight for justice. You don't agree with it, that's your wish, and I respect it. But don't make rubbish statements that are not true. And I can guarantee you 40% cases. Kabir, give me an hour, call a journalist, and I'll put out a 40% cases that Kapil Sibal fights pro bono for the weakest. You know that student who was banned from giving his thesis for the documentary? Who got him relief? From the Delhi High Court. Ask that Lokesh Chugh. I'll give you his number. Ask him if a single rupee was taken. Go to these wrestlers and ask if any money is taken. It's our organization, Insaf Ke Sipahi, led by Kapil. They came for justice. What, you come on TV, you defame anybody and everybody? What is going on? Who gives you the right? You're a sports journalist. How do you come on TV and you defame people this way?
Well, all right. We'll have to give a word to Harpal Singh Bedi also with us on the broadcast. Mr. Bedi, would you like to respond to what Singh is saying?
Listen, my friend, I want to tell the gentleman, he's using very bad language. I could use it. I can also speak in English a little bit.
Let's please refrain from using any bad language.
Listen to me. I said by Kapil Sibal went and fighting the case. He could have easily explained that Kapil Sibal is doing for other also 40%. I don't know that. Okay. What nonsense he's talking about? Does he know about sports? What he knows about what is happening in the Wrestling Federation? If I don't know about Kapil Sibal, I agree, I don't know. So I stand corrected. What he knows. And simply because he's a Congress spokesperson, he can come and talk any nonsense. And I doubt it. I told you that this is my point of view as a sports journalist. If Kapil Sibal is taking 50% free, I have a high regard for him. You have informed me. I stand corrected. But what is this meaning? Rubbish. Only in English he knows. I also know. And
fair enough, sir. Let's not make this about ourselves. Let's not please make this about ourselves. We've got our wrestlers that are standing and staging a protest at Jantar Mantar for the longest time. Harpal Singh Bedi sir, my question to you. Sir, what needs to be done? This is not the first time that our sporting athletes, our wrestlers are coming up with these complaints about sexual harassment at the hands of their own coaches across the world at various camps. What needs to be done swiftly and with a heavy hand?
First of all, JC, you have asked me, but you are covering up for Tehseen Punewala. You should apologize. When I said I do not know, yes, I stand corrected about Kapil Sibal. Yes,
sir, I apologize. I don't. Sir, please, let's not waste time. Sir, let's not waste time and make this about ourselves. I'm trying to understand, sir. I apologize on behalf of both of you. Harpal Singh Bedi, sir, will you please just answer the question, sir? What needs to be done in terms of reforms in the sporting industry when it comes to the Wrestling Federation?
Every federation needs to be corrected. Every federation needs to be, there should be transparency. Every federation needs to be, that more active should be there, but politics should be kept out. Agreed? What is the problem? The question here is these boys and girls who started in January, they had a very genuine demand. They still have a genuine demand, but in January they lost it. They first said that they have a proof. Then that fellow said, bring the proof. They did not get the proof. Now they have got the proof. Supreme Court is looking to the matter. That the case be decided by the Supreme Court. And whatever is there, it will be taken care of. What is wrong in it? Now you cannot hang a man unless you want everybody. It is not a lynch mob mentality simply because I say that Tehseen Punewala is a bad man, so everybody should be after him. No. Right. I have to prove that it is bad. Then I have to go to court. That is how it is. The court has taken the cognizance of the whole issue. And what is the problem? I have no sympathy for Brij Bhushan Singh or anything, or not for these. I have covering sports for 40 years. I don't have any sympathy for these. The people who are sitting on. I'm talking of other people who are suffered. I am saying that the people who are sitting on these 3 or 4, I have no sympathy for them. I know them very well.
Bedi sir, do
he should
Bedi
be
sir,
punished.
do you think the sporting industry, the sporting sector, our athletes, they are happy with how the Delhi police is taking, handling this particular case?
There have been so many cases, right? It is not that first, every association has this problem. Federation has this problem. Even hockey had a problem. Athletics had a problem. You name it, and every federation where this type, there are a lot of allegations and counter allegations. Sometimes it's proved, sometimes it's not proved. Now the question is that because of social, this media has come in, internet has come in, everybody. Now everybody has a say. Everybody can say and get away with it. Like Shaheen is saying and getting away with it. So whatever, you have to have a proof. Then go as it is a systematic way. Supreme Court has taken a cognizance and let Supreme Court decide. If he is guilty, he should be punished. Who is saying that he should not be punished? Who is defending him? And as far as you are talking sports, it is overall view. It is not one federation. You have to go through the whole system has to be dismantled. Then how can you dismantle the system? Till yesterday, all the congressmen were ruling. Now BJP is ruling. So next time somebody else will come, they will also form the. This is the sports is very lucrative business nowadays. Everybody wants to capture sports, be it Congress, be it BJP, be it Samajwadi, or be it anybody except for CPM.
Right, absolutely. I mean, from the Middle East, try to sport wash various other wrongdoings as well. You do have a point. Everybody wants a piece of sports. I mean, it is a booming industry as well. On that note, well, we'll have to wait and find out what happens next, what comes next from Jantar Mantar. Where is this restless protest next heading? Harpal Singh Bedi sir, many thanks for joining with us and helping us out with your inputs. Tehseen, always a pleasure speaking to you. I have been accused of covering up for you now, but it seems like, gentlemen, what we can assume at this point in time is that it has taken a political shift, more so than it actually needs to. But then again, at the same time, the opposition leaders lending their support to the wrestlers is something that the wrestlers have also welcomed at this point in time. Pertinent questions that were raised by Tehseen, and another pertinent queries and concerns that were raised by Harpal Singh Bedi as well. Let's see what happens on the ground. In the end, we can only hope that good sense prevails. Many thanks for joining with us. Keep it with News9 Live.